Homework paper you got back. All right, boys, listen to me, because after today, the stuff's done. This is actually gonna work out okay. There will be another test. I kept telling you I wasn't sure. Now, I'm gonna tell you, you probably know who you are. For some of you in here, it's good that there's gonna be another test grade. We're bumping your grade up a little bit, I'm just saying, you guys know where you're at in this class and all that, so. And it will be Thursday. We're on AM liturgy, so this class, as you know, is the only period that's full length, so that kind of works out good for me. Yep.
So is there no more quiz points? There's only 2 40-point quizzes.
I know. Whenever that happens, it's my fault. You just get them. Did you hear what Mahalik said?
No.
He says there's only been 80 points in quizzes. So if I don't hit the 100 mark, that's not on you, that's on me. So you just get it, is what I'm saying. Do you hear what I'm saying? You'll just get it. That's my fault, that ain't your fault. I'm not gonna penalize you because of it. You don't understand what I just said. Look, there's been 80 points in quizzes this quarter. There's supposed to be 100. When that happens, because this is the last week, and there's a test coming up. There's not gonna be, I don't have enough time to give you another quiz. That's on me, that ain't on you. So you're not being penalized for it, okay? So that's a good thing, so you don't have to be concerned now, all right? You're welcome again. I do so much for you guys. You should be so appreciative. Okay, now, look at the homework paper that you just got back, because I saw some issues there. You have one more homework assignment to do. I have just one more thing to show you today with these formulas, and then tomorrow I'll kind of wrap up, and then the test will be Thursday. It'll be a test on using trig formulas. Sum and difference formulas, double angle formulas. That's what we've done since the last test. Look at number 11. Look at your homework paper. This is what they gave you. So quadrant 2, now I'm just saving some time here. 1 minus sine squared is going to give you cosine squared, and then will this be well, it says cosine of theta is less than 0, so this has to be negative radical 21 over 5. Fellas, if you miss that right out of the gate, you're screwed. You ain't gonna get anything right. Because when you go start plugging in the double angle formulas, you ain't gonna get the right answer. So there's sine of theta, there's cosine of theta, and it said find sine 2 theta. So this is 2 times 2/5 times negative radical 21 over 5 for sine of 2 theta. Well, that's over 1. Somebody, what's the answer? Just go ahead and multiply. Nothing cancels. Boom, boom, multiply. What's the answer for sine of 2 theta? Did you get it right? You got your paper right there. I just gave it back to you. David.
4 radical 21 over 20.
It'll be negative though, right? Negative 4 radical 21 over what you say?
No, it doesn't. Sorry, negative 4 radical
Thank you
21
for telling me
over
that.
25.
He said I was right. Thank you for that, Estes. All right. So negative 4 radical 21 over 25. There's the sine of 2 theta. Now the cosine of 2 theta. Now remember what I told you about these formulas? I'll give you all of them again. I'll give you the paper with all the formulas. You don't have to memorize the formulas. There were 3 different forms for cosine. Remember? I gave you this one, and then we got the 2 alternates. Now, if I were you, have you found? You probably haven't used that one yet in any problem, I'd be willing to bet. I wouldn't. I would use one of these. Why? There's only one trig function in these. That one has 2. And the one that I seem to use more than anything else is that one. But if you plugged it into there, you'd get the same answer as if you plugged it into there. So this would be 2 times cosine squared. What's that going to be? I'm just plugging into the double angle formula. There's the cosine of theta. So what's cosine squared of theta? 2 times what? Max?
Negative 21. Oh,
Well, it can't be negative.
Positive 21 over 25.
So 21 25ths.
Yes.
Minus 1. That's a minus sign, remember. What's 2 times 21/25? Somebody? Yeah. Minus 1. What's 42/25 minus 1? Now that's his common denominator, so that's 25/25. What is that? Dave?
17.
A number of you missed this. There's the sine of 2 theta, there's the cosine of 2 theta. You know what this was all predicated on? Getting this right. If you didn't get that right there, you were done. And then what did I tell you all you had to do to find the tan of 2 theta then? I mean, this was kind of straightforward. Once you had that answer, and once you had this answer,
Take the sine of 2.
take the sine of 2 theta over the cosine of 2 theta. So the sine of 2 theta is negative 4 radical 21 over 25 over the cosine of 2 theta is this. So how do you get this answer then? All you do is, now, what's gonna happen here? Just tell me. I mean, when you times by the reciprocal, what's gonna go out? Look, I just did Jack. 25s are gone, and what are you left with? Negative 4 radical 21 over 17. So there's that answer, this answer, and this answer. Who has a question? Some of you screwed this one up. That was number 11. Number 12, I'm just gonna read you these ones. Number 12, same kind of problem. In number 12, you should have went sine squared equals 1 minus cosine squared. So what did you get for sine of theta? What'd you get? I'm not gonna put this one up here. For number 12 on your paper, this was 11. You should have went sine squared equals 1 minus cosine squared, and then take your square root. I think it came out even. John? 5/13 was the sine of theta. Then the rest of the problem is plug them all in again. So let me just read this to you. The sine of 2 theta in number 12 was negative 120 over 169. The cosine of 2 theta in number 12 was 119 over 169. Then you take the sine over the cosine, and the tan of 2 theta is negative 120 over 119. Who has a question? Because tomorrow I'll wrap all this up and tell you how the test will be set up. And then in number 15, which I started here, here's 15. And remember, sine's negative, cosine's positive, so that's fourth quadrant. Cosine squared is 1, now, you square that, that'd be 5/49. So 49/49 is 44/49. So when you take the square root here, positive or negative? It could be positive or negative here for cosine. Look at your quadrant over there. Jimmy. So positive, you gotta take the square. What's the square root of 44? Now break that down. 4 times 11, pull out the perfect square. Should be pros at that by now. Take the square root, both of those. What do you get, Joe?
2 radical 11.
Over
7.
7. So there's that one. And then the rest of the problem is just plugging them in again. 2 times the sine of theta is negative radical 5 over 7 times the cosine of theta is 2 radical 11 over 7. Remember, that's over 1. What's that going to give you? Just multiply across. What's that going to give you? Number 15. Did you get it right in your paper? Because I'll tell you what, if you didn't get that right, you missed everything. Go ahead, multiply. Multiply the tops and the bottom. That multiplied, that multiplied. Come on, it's not hard. What is that? Joe?
4.
Negative?
Well, negative 4 radical 55 over 49.
No, sure, that's an ugly fraction, but it is what it is. Who has a question there? And then I'm just gonna, I'll read you these other ones. All right, did anyone get that? And that's why I'm doing this. I hope these are watching here. 'Cause this is, you'll see all this kind of stuff on the test. And then cosine of 2 theta is 2 cosine squared minus 1, so it's 2 times, okay, right here. What do you get when you square that? There's cosine, cosine squared though. Square that, be careful. Be careful. This is all algebra. What do you get when you square that? Come on, you guys. These are the mistakes that are going to kill you on this test if you're not careful. 2 cosine squared. Square that. What's the top going to be? Rob?
44.
Over 49, right? 2 squared is 4. Radical 11 squared is 11. 4 times 11, 44 49ths. So that's 44 49ths minus 1. What's that? 88 49ths minus 1. Don't worry about the fractions. They ain't going to come out even all the time. And now, that's 49 49ths. Anyone get it? What's 88 minus 49? That's the answer. David. 39 49ths. And then you take the sine over the cosine, or you multiply by the reciprocal, and that turns out to be negative 4 radical 55 over 39. So there's that one. Does anybody want to take a picture of that? If you do, go for it. I know what's going to be on this test. This is all good stuff to be looking at. Tomorrow I'll be telling you how the test is going to be set up. And then the last problem was number 16. I'm just going to read you these ones. Number 16, first you had to get sine of theta. It was radical 22 over 5. And then the 3 answers for number 16, the sine of 2 theta is 2 radical 66 over 25. The cosine of 2 theta is negative 19 over 25. And then when you do sine over cosine for the tangent, it's negative 2 radical 66 over 19. And that problem 16 is just like those two. It's just different numbers. Does anyone need to ask a question here? I'll be wrapping everything up tomorrow here. Okay, I got one more thing to do. Go in your notebook right now. Copy down that example 1 up there, everybody. All right, is everybody done with this? Everybody got